So before I was asked to see off the PS, I was introducing my friend and colleague, Dr. Reuben Chirchir, to come and share his thoughts. Reuben and I began this journey at the Service Commission, Public Service Commission. We came and we were asked by the then chair, Stephen Kelogo, may God rest his soul in peace, that there's need to have people who can think and help others become something in public service. This is the beginning of this program, that the mentorship and coaching became a real program in the commission. And Chirchir and my other fellow commissioners have worked hard to ensure that the program, not just the public service internship, but also this of the mentorship and coaching become a reality. And here we are. You are joining the team as cohorts. I don't know which one. One, you have to tell me which cohort we are at. Which one is this? This is cohort what? Not the internship, the mentorship. 3. Or is it 4? Or is it 5?
It is cohort 2, group 3.
Cohort 2, group 3. Yeah, that's what it is. I thought we were going by cohort so that we know which cohort without the groups. I'll figure out that one out so that there is no confusion. So, Dr. Chirchir, I want to welcome you now so that you can share with our officers what you know, what you want them to do going forward.
My friend, the Deputy Commission Secretary, representatives from various state departments and state corporations. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. A good wave your hand the way you do it in church. How are you today? It's my pleasure to be here today. My name is Reuben Chirchir. I'm a commissioner at the Public Service Commission. And Mary is my senior. She's the one who teaches me very, very many things. And in the nomenclature of today, she's my mentor. Amen? Yes. She's my senior to me. She went to school before me. She graduated before me. And somehow we were appointed together at the same time as commissioners. And if you see the Gazette notice, her name comes before mine. So I don't know why the president decided to put us in that order. But we are very close. We share an office and we share many ideas. And that makes it nice because she's a very able person. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I came to give moral support. I'm not going to make a speech. But I did listen to the last two speakers, the PS and our able DCS. And even if we can close the meeting now and go home, we have had a dossier of what we need to be good mentors. But since I've been given the floor, I'll ask you to listen to me for 5 minutes. And I'll be done. As I sat there and looked at the list of participants, I did realize that most of us are seasoned public servants. We have worked, we have supervised people, we have contributed to the service. So for that reason, we really don't have to teach you anything. We just need to commission you to be mentors, and then out you go and support our interns. The second thing I'm going to say is that we all know that a person who joins the public service can be shaped to be anything. I'm saying this because you are supervised people, and you do know when a young officer comes in, you can decide to make them into anything, and they will become exactly what you want them to do. And that's the reason why we are conducting this program of internship. Internship is for young graduates who at some point would like to serve in the public service or in any public institution. And here we are. We are given the responsibility, we are given the privilege to take them and make them understand what the public service is all about. So these people will definitely need a lot of support, they'll need a lot of direction, and they need a lot of mentoring. And that's the only thing you are being asked to do. You'll be asked to support them when they are assigned to you. Please, let's support them. Let's show them the direction of the public service. And let's assist them so that they can appreciate that the public service is a good place to work in. Many people think that the best place to go is the private sector. I think if you are looking for money, you go to the private sector. But if you really want to serve people, you join the public service. So that's the challenge which is being given to all of us, to ensure that we support these people so that they can appreciate exactly how the public service looks like. The difference with the officers we have hired is that these ones don't have jobs. These are just young graduates who want to have a feel of how the public service is. And you have the chance to do that as a mentor. So please, once you get these people, let's mentor them, because they are also our ambassadors out there. Whether they get employed or not, they will have something good to talk about the public service. So what are we expected to do? In the service, we have a clear direction. We have a clear vision. We have a clear expectation, which the public expects of us. It's your duty as a mentor and as a leader in that public institution to ensure that we give clarity to the vision of the public service. And it's basically rendering service to the Kenyans. I want to believe that we all know the vision of the public service, which is, can I remember? Citizen-centric public service. The people are in the center of what we do. So please, let's work together to ensure that we make the vision of the public service so clear, so that as they join the service, they really know that they are coming to serve the Kenyans and not to serve themselves. The unfortunate scenario currently is that officers join the service and they want, there is what they call miradi projects. Projects, personal projects. You want to build a home using your office. You want to educate yourself using the office. You want to do so many things, including making yourself rich using the office. This is what we need to demystify and make them know and be clear that you don't come to the service for self-service. You come to the service to serve the Kenyans. If that can be done in this 1 year, while you are mentoring these people, you will have made a lot of achievements. Secondly, I would want to say that the service operates in systems. In the public service, and you know and I know, that there is nothing we do in the service which is not guided by a policy somewhere. I want to believe Sylvester will talk about that later. There is nothing you do, including filing a document, is guided by some policy. everything in the service is guided by policy. And we need to teach these young people so that we just don't do things. When we meet very experienced people like you do things. They see you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. But in the hindsight, you are guided by the systems which are already established in the service. And where there is no policy, a policy is created almost instantly. There is a practice which we follow, and this is what we need to bring it out. Public service is not a marketplace where you can walk this direction, and then you change your mind along the way, and then you walk this direction. The service is properly guided, and this is one of the things we need to do. We need to make these people understand that the service is about systems. The systems are very, very clear. If you are signing a letter, there is a corner to sign. Isn't that so? The format of our letters is known. The language we use in our official letters is almost the same. If you pick a letter from a university, pick another one from a state corporation, pick another one from a state department, and you read it through, you realize the style, the language, the decorum inside there looks similar. Why? The reason is because it's a public service office. If you go to the private sector, the letter can start with hi. How are you doing? Yeah? But in the public sector, we don't do that. It will be dear sir, dear madam, yours faithfully, and those kinds of things. Am I talking to people who... Can you identify with these things?
Yes.
Yes, this is the things we are going to teach you. The basic little things, which we call them systems and the way we do things in the public service. So when they ask you, why do you do it this way? It's because of a system which has been established. The way of doing things in a decent and an acceptable manner. Thirdly, before I take my seat, you need a clarity of culture. In the public service, and I'm happy Jane talked about it, P.S. Kalesa talked about it, the dressing, the way we walk around. We don't go like this. That's not a public service. That's not a public service. You walk in nicely, watch your steps, and behave like somebody who is hired by government. Isn't that so? Yes. And these are the things we teach you. They'll come in with trousers which are sagging. Mine cannot sag. I would have tried it out. Yeah? It should be sagging like that. And then you are told this is a commission. That can't happen. So let's start with small things and find a way of telling that in the public service, we have a culture. It doesn't matter which institution you are serving in, whether you are in a parastatal, whether you are in a state department, or whether you are in a saga, the culture is the same, the culture of the public service. And we really need to bring it out. We were having a chat with the commissioner earlier, and we were asking ourselves, where did we go wrong? We deal with a lot of discipline cases at the commission. Cases which should never reach the commission. They should not even leave the desk of the director, because they are basic things of discipline. But you find them being prepared until it gets to the commission. We are slowly losing our culture. The public service used to look after each other, yeah? So that if you are getting off the mark, somebody will bring you back and you behave well. By the way, some of the best dressed people in this world are the public servants. If you see the kind of dresses worn by some of the secretaries, Jane, you even wonder where they get them from. Because they know they are public servants and they move up their way to ensure that they are smart, they are looking decent, and they are looking like people serving in the public service. And these are some of the things we need to bring out, the culture of the public service. Some of the cases which end up in court. in the yesteryears, you'd never hear a case involving a public servant in the courts. It never happened. Even if it was a big sin, it would allow me to call it a sin. Even if it looks so bad, the leadership in the department would find a way of helping that officer to get out of that mess. But these days, we get cases in court. You get a young officer taking a PS to court simply because he was transferred from one station to the next. You embarrass the vice chancellor, you embarrass the director, you embarrass the CEO. Those are not the things which should be happening. Yes, we have issues in our workplace, but there are systems in place of sorting those issues. And I want to believe we need to go back maybe to where we are, so that we don't have these cases. We have a whole directorate, legal department and the commission doing nothing else but responding to these things. There are these summons from court, there is this, there is that. So we have a whole director in the commission. And the bulk of the time is taken by small discipline matters, small cases in court, simply because people are losing out on the culture of the public service. And since you are mentors, let's try to inculcate a good culture to our young officers, so that as they grow in the service, they should not go the direction in which we are now saying, run to court. No. We need a culture of the public servant where we sort our issues, where we care about each other, and where we behave decently. We don't do things, unculturable things, which ends up people being sacked, people being disciplined, or a public servant looking like, you even wonder whether this one is a public servant. You wonder whether this one is going to the market or going to an office. I think we need to bring back the good culture which we had before. And I want to urge you, as we go through this training, let us have that in mind, that we need to inculcate a very clear direction on our people. We need to train them on the systems which exist, so that they just don't walk through the forest. They should know exactly how to deal with every situation they come across, including when they need to consult. Officers know, up to this point, I need to consult my boss. And this thing is because the culture and the systems have been inculcated in the officer to the level that it's in them. They live it, and they know when to apply. So as we start this training, as I told you, today I was not coming to make a speech. I was coming to support my sister here and the entire team. But as we do this, let's be passionate enough. Let's be very focused. Let's be inspired by what we do, because at the end of the day, if those officers are translated into good servants or good public servants, you'll actually have done the job. I know you, at no point will be credited. Nobody will even know that you are the one who did it. Actually, we are told you, we are not rewarded in this world. What happens in heaven? At least heaven is seeing that you are doing a good job. So please, let's work together so that we shape these officers to be good citizens. And we hope in the near future, we have a public service which is admirable and which is relevant service to the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reuben. Did you clap for him? Yes. I didn't hear. Thank you. He is not supporting me. He is just doing what he must do.